As governments across the world move towards alternative methods of energy production, there are concerns about the consequences of this push for renewable energy. In the developing world, the demand for coal remains high, and in the Western Hemisphere, energy suppliers continue to rely on coal to provide job stability to the electricity grid and job prospects for local communities. Lorna Shaddick went to see how Javelin Global Commodities is working to help the modern coal industry provide efficient energy solutions.
The latest technology, both below ground and above. You'll see more robots and computer screens than pickaxes and shovels in today's coal mines, including this one, owned by Murray Energy in Ohio. The real battle these days, though, isn't getting the coal out, it's finding buyers for it, as times change and energy suppliers in the US and Europe increasingly switch to gas and renewables. People have been mining coal in this part of Ohio since the 1800s and using the mighty Ohio River to ship it on to the rest of the US. Murray Energy is carrying on that legacy today. But in the modern world, it can't just rely on the market here in America. So it's looking for other ways to diversify. And that's where marketing and trading firm Javelin Global Commodities comes in. As times and demands change, its CEO is working with Murray Energy's founder and chairman, Robert Murray, to help the firm reduce costs and sell to a wider market, including the developing world, where people tend to feel differently about coal.
People's perception in coal is a very negative thing, unfortunately. Whereas out in the East, there's a slightly different opinion. People are much more focused on development. People are focused on turning the lights on. Because we have a global business model, is when someone is burning coal in Southeast Asia, they may not be burning coal in Europe, so you move that coal from Europe down to Asia. So you have a natural insurance by having a large portfolio of both producers and consumers from around the globe.
That demand for coal in different markets means that thanks to Javelin, Murray Energy's product is now shipped not only in North America, but also as far afield as South America and even India, where coal production and consumption is actually growing. Javelin's also trying to help Murray Energy logistically, as renewables wash away the old ways of the coal industry.
There's a lot of uncertainty around when the coal-fired generation runs. So if it's sunny, it's not running. If it's cloudy, it's probably running. And so there's a lot of uncertainty about when people burn. So therefore, the utilities are looking for something with a floating volume, so that they want, when they need coal, they need to bring it on short notice. Now, coal's not going to be 50-60% of the grid in the West, but it could be a 20 to 30% grid stabilizer. So what we're trying to bring to these guys is both a floating price environment, because they're a lot more exposed to the fluctuations in power pricing, and secondly, floating volumes. So we're managing that volume risk.
For Murray Energy's founder and CEO, Robert Murray, who's been in the business nearly 60 years, that help has been crucial, particularly as times get tough politically.
The coal industry is now 1/2 in volume and 1/2 in the price of coal of what it was the day that Barack Obama was elected president. The management of Javelin Global Commodities, based in London, has the greatest expertise in the world in coal trading and coal marketing around the world. In collaboration together, we're able to market Murray Energy coal from the United States. But it is vital when the markets domestically go away, we have to transfer to the international markets.
And there's a lot at stake. Thousands of men and women make their living from mining, not only in this part of Ohio, but across the US. They say it's a vital part of the community.
Really, if you want a good job around this area, the mines are really the only things left.
I come across people daily who work for Murray Energy, whether it be at a sporting event for my children or if it's at church. There are people everywhere that I go that I either work with at my mine site or I know work for the company.
Murray Energy is the economy here for the most part. It provides jobs, not just for miners, but for every one miner, between 9 and 11 jobs feed off of that one miner.
Peter Bradley wants to help keep those jobs in Ohio, and he says part of Javelin's secret to helping coal businesses succeed is actually focusing on more than just coal itself. As low-cost, high-tech natural gas becomes more popular in America, Javelin's working to help Murray Energy build a flexible export market and to help utilities in the US adapt.
These commodities all move together. So if you just trade one commodity by themselves, you're probably missing some information about what's going on another commodity which could impact the price of the other. So there is some high correlation between different energy commodities today. So I think it's important to be involved in that. A lot of the expertise that we've developed within our coal industry are very, very adaptable into other industries. We recently set up Javelin Hydrocarbon, which is to get involved in the refined oil and natural gas business as that competes directly with coal, for example.
Coal mining couldn't be any closer to everyday life here, but to keep it that way amid changing times and changing perceptions, mines like this are expanding their horizons. Murray Energy hopes that Javelin's future-proofing strategies will mean they're in the swim at the heart of this community for decades to come.